Good morning, you mob. It's Alex here from MARN Time, MARN Business, and welcome back to another episode of MARN Time. Just a special episode today. We've got another special guest as we did in the last episode. Today I'm joined by a Dudley brother from Townsville here, another local person here in Townsville. Goes by the name of Justin, also known as Mesy The Don, local artist, local youth worker, family man, and that's everything that I can explain. But Justin, to the people that don't know who you are you, bro?
Obviously my name's Justin. I grew up here in Townsville, but I was born in Cairns. So a lot of us mob born in Cairns and moved to Townsville. Some people born in Townsville moved to Cairns, but do some music. I love my gym. Obviously gym's been a big thing ever since I was young type thing. But I don't know if we get into that a bit later on or something. But I just loving life. God-fearing man, Christian fella. I think, we'll pretty much open up about everything else throughout,
So like I said, stage name Mesy The Don.
Yeah.
Let's yarn about cracking the industry, because I was just yarning before,
Yeah.
I used to write songs in high school as well, be a little rapper. Everyone in my fucking friend group knows that as well, but how hard it is, you're trying to get the people to support you.
100%.
Let's talk about your journey.
Yep.
When you try to crack it.
Yep.
Getting started.
Yeah.
What got you started?
So getting started, it was I didn't start rapping until the year after I left school. So this is late 2015, I think, early 2016. But it was pretty much, bro, I didn't even think about rapping. I was no one really was doing it. I had one mate back in school that was doing it, but not full serious. And what's it called? I just always knew Mad City by Kendrick Lamar off by heart, and I always rapped it sort of like him as best as possible. So even then I wasn't thinking, but I just knew it off by heart. But then I think I just started coming across some Australian artists. There was these Sudanese guys from Melbourne, and they were called Gremlins. And I just really loved because they were from Australia too, their sound and that, and it was inspiring me, bro. So I was just behind the scenes, I wasn't working full time when I finished school. I didn't start working 5-day-a-week job until 2019 or something, bro, because I just was doing retail here and there, But I started just sort of making little raps, always with the boys, like every afternoon I was with the boys, and then eventually I sort of started showing them. But because they're my best friends, because it is hard because people are going to be like, oh, what the, when you're in a small town, people are thinking that you're trying to oh, look at this guy. They could even be your mates, But what's called, so done that. And then there was another group of friends I had that were doing a clothing brand, and it was called Mesy.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where that name came from, bro.
Mesy.
And so my first SoundCloud name was Mesy Boys. But before the SoundCloud even came around, I'd done one video for Facebook.
Yep.
And I was so nervous. I was so nervous because no one knew I did it. And, people were always worried. So I sent it to another group of mates that was doing that Mesy brand.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, boys, what do you think about this, because I'm ready. And then, they're like, nah, it's mad. And then I put it up, got a fair few likes there. And then people were commenting. So I was like, fire, maybe this is something I should be doing.
Yep.
You want me to keep going about how it got to where it is now?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, okay. So, and at that same time, but too, a couple of weeks before I'd done that video, I seen Marshall Giller's first video. Yeah. And I was like, that inspired me as well. I was like, Matt, I should be trying to do something because he's from Cairns, I'm from Townsville, So, so done that video, got good likes, just kept doing Facebook videos. I started getting too quick with it that, it's sort of I should have left gaps in between, so it got more hype type thing. I think people were just getting used to it type thing.
The pressure, people were watching it and then bang, what's the next one?
Yeah. So then the videos was done. Then I started just making SoundCloud songs because Jacob Brown. Yeah. So I think Jacob he told me about GarageBand on Mac laptops. Yeah, bro. So I just had them headphones there, plug in. I'll just sit in my room. Just sit down anywhere, it's yuckus recording. Unfortunately, I deleted all my SoundCloud songs because I just didn't really like what I was saying in them, even though that was the proper OG. Yeah. It was just too much talking bad things in there, you know, just that's how it sort of come out, you know. But what's it called? And I was just doing that. Then my mate gave me a mic, and then around that time when I got that first mic, I think it was it might have been 2017 or 2018. I met one of my brothers, Ray Drake.
Yep.
And he really helped me get to where pretty much he's the one that sort of got me taking it proper serious.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of respect and love for him. He's definitely like one of my best mates. Like I don't talk to a lot of my best mates too much, but they're still my brothers. But he got me my first show at what's it called? What's that? Uni bar. So there was
yeah. What's Thursday nights?
I think it was a Friday
night,
bro. Yeah. So it was a Halloween one, bro. So bro, like went there, and I'm like nervous, you know, because I've already got a fan base from SoundCloud, and like got all the boys, went to the boys and like pre-drink first, and then we all went there. I didn't get like tipsy or anything because I was thinking, no, I don't want to be proper charged. Yeah, bro. But went there, like my whole life, like because obviously we get to the gym stuff, but like I've always been like dieting to like lose weight constantly type thing. So I didn't eat much that day, and I didn't drink heaps of water, bro.
Yeah.
And this is my first time like performing.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, nah, that's all good. Like I'm just gonna go up there and just do it. But like you get up there, that first song starts coming out good. But then you start realizing, bro, like the strain that it puts on your vocal cords, like you can't get every word out. Like some people like Eminem could.
Yep.
But like, and some people can. But like, yeah, bro, it's hard. And it was hot. And I had this big outfit on, and like, and I was just rapping. I was supposed to do like 6 songs. I ended up doing like 3 or 4. Plus, bro, there's this weird guy, bro. Like at the I don't know.
The front.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like he was saying like I can't hear you, and I was like, oh yeah, but I was trying to like I'm performing, you know, and then but I didn't know what he was saying at the time, and then he's eventually got to the point where he's like, say the words. I'm like, what are you saying? Like I'm saying the words, but like obviously like I don't know, the sound system or whatever wasn't projecting right, and plus I was like sort of and I think by like the 4th song or whatever, because I'm dehydrated too. That's what I was getting to. I was feeling like proper, like another kind, like I was like a heat stroke type thing.
Yeah.
And he's still going. I'm like, bro. And I said, stop the music, because I was getting over it now. I was like, what are you saying? Because now I was starting to realize he was being negative type thing. I said, like, what'd you say? And he's like, oh yeah, no, this and that. Say the words. I'm like, what are you saying? And then I just reflexed and slapped him, bro. And then all them boys in there, he got kicked out, whatever. But so I think I started doing one more song after that. And then, bruh, I was done. Like, I laid down at the back of the stage. It wasn't even like backstage too. Like, it was just that stage that they got outside. And I was laying there outside. Like, I couldn't like get good until like an hour later, bro.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things with music that I learned from there, thank God.
Yeah.
Because it was only like maybe 3 weeks or something after that is when I got that Kid Ink one, the Kid Ink show. So Jake Jaws, he's always worked at Flinders HQ. And so I learned about like, okay, I need to be drinking water. Like I need to be hydrated for the stage. Even though it's only like a 20-minute thing usually. Yeah. You need to be hydrated. Like you should warm your vocals up. And so I learned that. And I think I've done a bank performance before. I think that another guy got me that was sort of talking to me when he started noticing stuff. And that was for a guy named Midas Gold. That I think he was like a Brisbane Australian artist type thing. And then Jawsy hit me up. He said, "Oh, bro, like I got this big thing for you, Kid Ink coming to town." I'm like, bro, what? Because obviously, and that was like who I was listening to, like grade 11 and that, like and loving. And I was like, bro, 100%, like I'm definitely doing that, like. But so I was getting pumped for that. At the same time, I was getting into shape, so everything was sort of going good.
Yep.
And then, come to that day. I think it would have been a Saturday or something. See, I'm still just doing like retail. Like I was working at TK Maxx at the time, and I was just getting keen for that. It was all just my SoundCloud songs still.
Yep.
So it was all just things I was doing at home. I didn't know how to mix or anything. Like I just used that basic vocal or this this setting for a vocal, make whatever sounds
Make
good,
it
you
sound
know?
clear, yeah.
Yeah, bro. So, and then, yeah, bro, like, that was like, after I'd done that show, like, I didn't meet him, Kid Ink, until after it.
Yep.
Because obviously, you know, I think he wasn't there yet or whatever. But, yeah, like, that was so good because Ray Drake, my mate I was telling you about, he come up with me because he was finishing off the lines and stuff and hyping up in between. So it's definitely a good thing. Like it's a big help to have, like, if someone else is with you like that and knows your songs, even though Ray was just sort of only just listening to my songs, like he picked me up before the show, and we were going for a drive just so we could go over my songs, and he was just getting onto it. So that's how much he was helping me, you know, bro.
That's it.
And yeah, so we done the show. Had even like what's it called? I don't know whose idea it was. It must have been like, I think it was the owner of the club. He said get like these two girls to do dancing just to make it big because it was a Kid Ink show, you know. So they want that opening act to be good too. So that was mad too, and grateful for them girls that was doing that. But yeah, bro, I think everyone loved it. And you know, definitely felt, you know, that like one night of fame type thing. When you leave that stage, it's sort of like you can't, like, the next person, and you know, I'm trying to talk to everyone properly, you know, not just get them say, so you can understand why them proper famous people trying to like just cruise type thing,
get it done, and
or just want to stay backstage. They don't want to really talk, like, because you can't get out. Like, it took me like half an hour just to get to the outside, bro. But and then I was waiting to meet Kid Ink, but then Josie was like, "Oh no, he's not ready yet," type thing. I was like, "Oh, bro, like, you know," and I was like getting small tired there because it was like 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
And then it might have been earlier than that, but then he hit me up, bro. So I was about to cruise, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's ready now." I was like, "Oh, mad." Went up there, bro. He was just kicking back there, obviously, you know, doing what he does.
Yeah.
And just had that chat with him, bro. Was talking to him. Just like talking about good stuff, you know. Obviously, you know, at the time, like I was like smoking green, you know. So I was sort of talking to him, but I was telling him about how it actually affects me negatively. And he was saying, yeah, nah, like his brother like stopped for like same reasons and that. Like but he was just a genuine guy, you know. So we'll talk about that obviously because back then that's what sort of connect on type thing, you know, kidding. But what's called? But then bro, out of nowhere, he's just like, "Oh, bro, like give me put your Instagram into my phone."
Yep.
And I put my Instagram there, and he like gave it back to him, and they just went bang, follow, bro. And I was like, "Whoa, far out, bro." So like at this same time, like I'm getting closer with God, bro. I always believed in God, but I never had a relationship with Jesus until I think like just grade 12ish, I think, bro. And just never knew how important it was. But so all this is happening, I'm like, you know, like blessing me here, like, and I'm thinking I'm gonna like, this is a very good sign, you know, to start it off. You want me to keep going, bro? Yeah. But so bang, and I was like this is hectic, bro. Like Kid Ink following me, like, you know. He only ended up liking like one rap video I put up on Instagram after that, but that was it. But to this day, like he still follows, you know. Even though I think he just does it, you know, because he's a good bloke. But so that just amped me up. I was like, bro, like I need to keep going, you know.
Well, it's Kid Ink, bro. You know, he's done fucking songs with everybody.
Bro.
He's done mixtapes that he first released.
Bro.
Then his album, and then just the tracks
bangers, bro, like, you know,
and shit like that.
But so that was like 2019. I think it was 2019. So this is early 2019. So this is before like Lissy and Young and Lips and stuff started popping, bro.
Australian rap started going.
That's it. I didn't know who they were. I only in 2019 I was hearing it because that was March 2019. Everything started popping off in September, but I started seeing 1-4 before that. Like at the same time in 2019, and I was thinking, like stuff's not popping still, you know. But and then when everyone started popping off, like I was like, bro, like I need a thing, you know, like
get going again.
So and then all this stuff's happened. Like the other big acts, like I open up like Hooligan Hess, bro. That was only like 2-3 years ago, but Hooligan Hess, I was a bit like nervous because I was wondering like, he might be with all these boys or whatever, and I was thinking, how's he gonna be type thing? Because and then went up there, bro. Hooligan Hess was like the best bloke. Like he was like he treated you like you already knew each other, like
Yeah,
he's your
that's
brothers,
it.
and he
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
there with his missus, bro. So like, I was like, oh, bro, like, because he's my age too, so it was mad, like connecting like that. And then one of the mad things that happened at that set was bloody, it was like a mistake, but it turned out to be good. What's it called? Because I'm talking to them behind. I was like, yeah, bro, like, how do you do this? Like, I was just being, just being myself type thing, just good ways asking questions and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you just got to get your whole town around you and that first. And I was like, yeah, true. Like, and then, yeah, so Ray was supposed to go up before me just to add an extra act. But Jawsy started playing, because Jawsy was the DJ,
yeah.
and he started playing Get Like Me, but like my track, and that first, and that happens to be a lot of people's favorite one, because then it starts off, like they know that sound, and then I think everyone thought I was coming out, and then we're like, what the hell? And then Jawsy stopped, and he was just sort of like confused. Yeah, everyone started chanting my name, bro, and Hooligan Hefts was up there on the top there when you look down.
Yeah.
And I didn't know till after that he was recording it, bruh. So he ended up like putting that on his story. Everyone's saying, man, see, because they were going off. Like, it was the only time they ever did that. And then, so when I did come out, I came out straight away after that because like, nah, Ray's like, you got to go on now, bro. Like, and then,
just teased them.
And then bang, went there. And that was like, one of my best shows I did. Everyone was going off like, finish up, came back upstairs, then Bliss from Bliss and Esso's upstairs, Nerve was up there from Brisbane, Smack from Brisbane, that's Nerve's mate. Who else was there? I think it was just them three other artists was there. But yeah, like they were just rocked up out of nowhere because I think they were doing a show, I think Bliss was doing a show on Nerve or someone was doing a show at Unibar that same night. But it was mad to talk to them too, especially Bliss, bro, like
being in the game for so long in Australia.
Bro, he was there talking to me. We were just talking for ages about like everything. Like, he's such a good bloke. Like, so I was like, far out, you meet these guys. So here I am thinking, like, like things are going hectic. Like, what's it called? And I think around that same time, like, the Triple J thing.
Yeah, so, Triple J comps that they used to do.
Yeah. So that, honestly, like being real, that Triple J thing, I think they only chose me for that because I think I was the only artist in town at the time. I didn't apply for it or anything.
Yep.
I think they just sort of looked around because I put up a couple of songs on Triple J Unearthed, and they must have just chose it.
Yeah.
And when I went there, because it was a mad stage, like it's a mad set out they had across just next to the stadium there. But I went there. There's like no one there, bro. And like I was just like massive stage. I was like, nah, stuff it, because the sound system was good, but at the same time the sound system was good as in loudness and hearing myself, but it kept cutting out, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm there trying to start that song and then bang, like that cuts out. I'm like, oh, lucky no one's there. But I was thinking, I wish there was, because that's perfect, like, That was just next to the Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
That little
in
park,
the grass part there, bro.
In that creek there.
Yeah. So they had it set up there, and it was like a mad setup because like you're on the stage and all you see is just straight down, like it's just that big rectangle.
Because they're starting to have a few music festivals.
Yeah, bro. Well, it's such a good spot. Like,
I don't even know that was called Central Park.
Is that what it's called?
I think that's what they call
Well,
it.
that's what I mean, but when people are saying even like Queen's Park and Dean Park, like I don't know, like I think which one's one? Yeah, which one? Which? But yeah, bro. So that was happening around the same time, and then keep going with the story.
Yeah,
I met. There was a lot that happened, over time too. Just like other shows and stuff. Like I met some good people, good opportunities. Like one thing, actually, one of my biggest things that I was just thinking, again, God, making this happen for me, was I got a mate named Matt Turner. He used to come to Kerwin High. He was my age. We weren't like close in school, but we were mates, But he ended up doing very good for himself, bro. And like, he owns the Empire nightclub there in Gold Coast, and he owns another venue now, maybe another one. And what's it called? So I'm talking to him because he starts talking to me, saying, "Bro, you're like talking about just music stuff, and saying like you want me to help out with anything, like." And then so we're talking about the Black Nissan music video. Yeah, bro.
Track that.
Thank you, brother. Yes. So Randy was the one that recorded that. Randy recorded that whole the whole Jesus season. And for those who don't know, Randy is a brother of mine that hit me up just messaged me one time when I was like working. I was working at what's that Vinadex there, that irrigation place at the time. I was on night shift there, so it's proper slack. But I didn't last long there. I thought it was gonna be good doing 4 days on, 4 days off, 4 nights on. Nah. Oh well, I don't know. It might be good for some people, but yeah, he messaged me like, bro, like just saying about music and stuff, and he sent me one of his songs and I listened to it. I was like, fire, this is mad. Because honestly, like I don't know, sometimes people will message you a song and it's a bit like, like you sort of just like, yeah, I'll find time type thing. But like, it's just like definitely need a lot of work type thing, But nah, I was really loving his song. So I was like, bro, we need to get together. And then when I met him, bro, like it's a thing, you just bring people together. But then over that time when he was recording me, because he was recording me for free too, bro. So he helped me out in that way as well. And he recorded that whole Jesus season. It was supposed to be an album, but it says Ep on Spotify. But and then so I loved the way he done things like mixing and that. Like we still only had like a sort of cheapish mic and stuff, but he made it sound as good as possible, So done that whole thing, and through that too, also end up hooking Randy up with like the gigs and that, bro.
Yeah.
So it sort of like worked good for both of us. And then so where was I going with that? Oh yeah, bro. So yeah, during that around that same time, because I had that mixtape and Black Nissan was going off type thing. So I was like, oh, I want to do a video for this. Sorry, bro, but I want to do a video for this. But originally I called it Matt Black Nissan.
Matt Black.
Yeah, bro, because back when we just finished school, my one of my other best mates, Josh Kemp, he had his dad's Matt Black Nissan Patrol, bro, and like we used to cruise around in that, bro, it was good times there. But that's where I sort of got that inspiration from, and so I made that track, and I was like, yeah, this sounds mad. But then I was trying to get hold of a Matt Black Nissan, and I couldn't get one, bro. Nah, but then I see heaps around these days, but couldn't get that. So I was like, stuff it, like I'm gonna have to change the Black Nissan. But that was really stuff in my head because I liked how Matt Black Nissan sounded, like even in the song.
That's good.
And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Black Nissan, like just double up on black.
So that's supposed to be Matt Black, not Black.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and I still to this day I prefer saying Matt Black Nissan. It just sounded proper nice, bro. But then maybe it was because I was so used to hearing that, then going to Black Black Nissan, it sounded different, like off to me. But then that's the one I'm playing at all the shows and that, So yeah, I've done that, and then talking to Matt about it because he's like, "Oh, I'm coming up," and he's flying in a private jet to come up, bro. Yeah. So he's coming up for like a wedding or something, and then we're trying to organize to get a Nissan Patrol on the strip where you think and get the plane, just because I'm trying to make it mad. Like this is when I'm trying to make music videos a lot better, more interesting, but they couldn't. They end up. He was trying to organize that for me, and then they said, "Nah, you can't like bring car up on the strip." Like it wasn't. It's just that when you come around that bend, it's just that first area there we see the small planes and that. But and I was like, bro, like fire. I was probably keen to do that, and then come closer to the day was like before he's coming up. I said, bro, I'm keen. He's like, how bad you want to do it? I was like, bro, I want to do it bad, He's like, all right, well, I'll fly you and Randy down to Brisbane. And you can fly back up with me in the private jet, and we can just you can just do the video in front of the plane down there. And I was like, bro, so he flew us down there just that day, then we flew back up, so he got to experience that and end up doing shots inside the plane while we're flying. So it ended up working out good. And for the Black Nissan part, I ended up just hitting Ray Drake up, and I was like, bro, that's right. You got a Black Nissan. What's a Nissan Navara? It was a nice one too, but like blacked out and stuff. So I was like, we just use that just because I was thinking, bro, we got to get some sort of Black Nissan, bro. But so that was definitely a big highlight. So that was another thing where I was thinking, far out, things like things are just happening too good. It must be meant to be. And then Matt's telling me like, bro, you should move down here, stay with me. I'll like pay for you and stuff, so you can make connections with all these people that he knows, And like, see, at the time, like me and my missus trying to have I think we were trying to have a baby, or me and my missus just been very close, like for ages, So like it's been hard, like separation type thing. So it was going to be hard trying to think, and plus at the time, it's hard. Like some people just make those decisions. Like if
Yeah.
I was single,
That's it.
like even though it would have went 100%, you know, but I don't wish that I was single in that time anyway, you know, like because she actually got me through so much. She put up with so much of my like younger, like late teens and early 20s BS, bro. Like that I never took notice of to this day, because I thought I was mature for a long time, but like really I wasn't. And it's like you can't see that. Like some people can, but you look back, it's like far out. I was actually not even good, you know. Like, and I'm thinking I'm this good person, trying to act like a good person, but really I wasn't. Like, but yeah. So there was that opportunity there, you know, like, because he knows a lot of people, could have met these people. I was like, yeah, nah, bro, like, you know, otherwise, like, Mrs. moved down, but we just was getting into our house that we built, so it was just the wrong time type thing, you know. Yeah. So what's it called? All that was happening. Then I got another brother. Was originally mum's friend, but me and him ended up getting along because he was a bit younger than mum. He's from Tweed Heads there, bro. So he used to come up just on holidays and stuff. Like he was going up to Cairns and that. And so he used to stop over at ours and then keep going up. And then every time me and him was just getting along type thing. And then he was showing all his boys there down south at Tweed Heads like my music, and they were liking it. Then he's always talking about that every time he came up, because he ended up coming up and staying with us actually one time just for one holiday there. And then he's like, yeah. And then one day he hits me up. He's like, bro, like my mate's starting like a jewelry shop, like jewelry brand and stuff. And you will see it in like what's it called? In Stay Switch, my Stay Switch. I think I don't know if I deleted it. I don't know if it's.
Which one you're talking about?
But I think I deleted
all the jewelry on.
Well, see, there's that one 4:30 in the AM that's at the pool and stuff. But there's that Stay Switch one that I got, like, that's more like, you know, cleaner of a video. But I just went through my feelings like a couple of months ago, and it's like, because I wanted to sort of restart if I was going to do
reset and restart.
Because I don't want to be rapping about materialistic things, because like, it's not the right message when it comes down to it, bro.
And as you get older too, you know, like you said, you don't want to be rapping about materialistic things. You know, your maturity,
100%,
life experience, everything you've learned along the way. Your vision and everything changes.
100%, bro. So that's what it was. So, but that's what I was saying with those guys. Like then they'll give me the jewelry, so I was starting to look, you know, in the videos and stuff, and like they'll give me locations. Like that first time I went down, brother Brody paid for my outfits and stuff, like at an expensive place too, bro. I think I spent like $1,800 worth on clothes, and he just gave it to me that time, just so, because they were trying to promote the brand as well, you know. And they ended up doing videos with like A Huncho, like some guys would know A Huncho, and all these other famous guys, because they had a lot of connections, you know. So that was the last time when I was doing music. I was thinking, man, like I connected with these guys, then I get Matt, and then we just, like, you know, I'll end up, you know, if it came down to it, I could have, like, if I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do this as like a very thought through way, and faked it till I make it type thing, you know. Like I could have just put a mask on and then started rapping about stuff,
That's it.
like about anything, you know, and had these guys with me or whatever, and then just popped off, because at least then I can start rapping about other stuff. But when I'm only rapping about my stuff, it's harder, because you're trying to think about the same stuff all the time. I'm not that gifted with lyrics that I can tell stories and make it sound good, but then that could just be me overthinking, thinking, oh, nah, people wouldn't like this sound type thing, like, you know, like, and I'm more like I like all the different beats, but I was like more getting to, like drillish beats and that.
Do you think that's where your mental health would come involved with music? You know, your self-doubt,
100%,
everything like that.
Yeah, so the mental health part of it was, I guess the biggest thing is, bro, when you started making moves and everyone's watching and you're talking like you're going to make it type thing, then it's a lot of pressure, bro, because like people are just like, oh, yeah. But see, that's what I mean. Like I just dropped off of socials like 2 years ago. People just like thinking, oh, what's happened? Like, you know, like possibly, you know. But it is that pressure, like, of like, if I was still on there and I wasn't doing music. So that's why I sort of like, I stopped in the first place, because my son was coming like 4 months after, and I was getting out of shape again. And I wasn't, when I'm out of shape, I'm not motivated to do music, you know, because at that time I was going to friends' houses to record. So I'm thinking, I need to get off, because I don't want to be seeing like people making mad progress in gym, even though that's not the right way to think. That's just real. But, you know, it's sometimes it played on my mind. like far out, I'm getting out of shape, but I was just in good shape like 3 months ago. Like how fast I put on weight, bro,
Yeah.
because I just proper like got a bad like junk food problem, bro. Bro,
That's
you know,
me.
oh, bro, I'm saying like it's like another kind, like you wouldn't expect it
Yeah.
type thing, like, and I don't know where that came from, but that sort of come from. Well, I don't even know where it come from, like because when we were young. Oh, you about to say something?
Do you find it like you're saying you got a bad junk food craze? Like, do you think that's comfort food?
Well, it is, but like, and I say, like, it is comfort food.
Yeah.
I'm talking like sugar.
Sugar,
Yeah, bro. I'm talking like
chocolates.
bro. So this is me, but like, so I'd go to, so this is, I go good, but every Saturday I plan a cheat day, bro. Not
Yeah.
a meal, even though meals would be better. But I'll go like say Woolies or Coles, like first section. Say if I went to Coles, see how like
Yeah.
I'm getting with it, bro? If I went to Coles, I'd just go. Actually, no. Let's say Woolworths because
Yeah.
they got So go Woolies, bang. I'll go sus if they got pink finger buns,
Yep.
and if they look good, like if they got heaps of cream on it, bar. I'll be like, yeah, man. If there's two there, I'll get two. But if there's only one, I'll get that one. I'll go down the cold section, see like if they got cookie dough, the M&M one.
Yep.
I'll get one of those, and then bang, go around to the next section. I'll game and look at that Tim Tam section, see what like any specials type thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like, nah, it's all right. Because them specials are expensive these days,
Yeah,
bro. Like
very good.
they say, like, oh yeah, like half price $3.50. It's like they used to be $2.50 or something like. But yeah, so cruise, come around to that next chocolate section, bang, look around there. I might get them gold Maltesers, like you know, Mrs. will get something too, and then go down to the chip section,
Yeah.
get chips, then go ice cream section, get Ben and Jerry's or Hagen Days, bro. Like, and then yeah, cruise from there. Got all these snacks, and we're gonna get KFC for dinner or something. And I just pump all that, bro.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm feels like full, but it just tastes good, you know.
That's it.
Oh, bro.
Keep going back for more and more.
Yeah, so over time with the fitness stuff, that's what's been my biggest downfall.
Yeah.
The devil, bro, he knew as much as I sort of joyfully laugh, talk about it, it's actually been one of my biggest downfalls and destructions. And the devil knows that. And he likes putting in my head, like, you know, because he's the biggest deceiver, bro. He'll deceive things, manipulate things, and you don't even know it, you know. But that's how good of a deceiver he is.
Yeah.
That's why he's the master of it, you know. So I don't know if that leads on to like somewhere else that we were going, but
Yeah.
if you want to talk about something else first, we can get into that later.
Like you're saying there with that cheat day,
Mm.
how hard do you think it is to get back into that routine?
Well, see,
Constantly not doing, like, obviously having a cheat meal, but
yep,
cheat day,
yep,
finding that routine to get back into it.
yeah. Well, see,
Clean way of doing
that's
it.
it, bro. So it's literally you just have to be strong those next few days after that cheat day.
Yep.
Because even if I was on track doing like 6 days clean on the 7th day, have a cheat day,
Yeah.
and I kept going 6 days clean, everything would be good.
Yeah.
But even if I was on track with that, it still affected me mentally because of the amount of sugar I ate.
That's it.
And the next day you just feel slack.
Yeah.
And then so eventually just doing that one day sometimes turned into Sunday as well. And then by Monday I just feel slack, bro. And I got self-conscious about going to gym because I noticed how much water weight I was holding on to just from that 2 days. And it stuck with my head like, and it must have been just because of the things I was eating, it made water hold on more. So it stuffed my head. I wouldn't go gym for a few days and I finally would. Then everything go good again, but then stuff up here, stuff up there, bang. So what was the question you were saying how to get back in the routine?
Like getting a routine in order. Yeah.
Well, see, it's legit like, first of all, probably shouldn't be doing a cheat day. Just because of the mental effects it has on you. Other people might be stronger, but it just be, if you can stay strong those next days after, then everything's all good.
That's it.
Obviously, I shouldn't be eating that much bloody junk food, bro, because I got, like, my nana and all her sisters, like, all got diabetes and stuff, you know? So it's sort of in the family, and, like, I can't be, like, you know, but that's what I mean. That's how much the devil, he will deceive you and say, nah, it's all good. Just keep doing what you're doing, you know? Like, just keep doing what you're doing. And then eventually you're going to get some.
And that's the thing I like too, because I work for Deadly Choices, and you know, we go to these schools and deliver a program called Good Quick Tucker.
Yeah.
And you know, we give them kids healthy options like that, and we talk about how much sugar we should have a day. You know, 6 teaspoons of sugar per day.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to break, like you said, your nan and all that got diabetes, and that's pretty much what we've got to try and do, with our mob, is try and break that cycle.
100%, bro.
You know, and try and be the new make stuff the new norm, you know?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Well, that's it, bro. Like everything's out there for us to know how to be the healthiest possible. Like it's just unfortunate these days that the people at the top that's making all these foods, yeah, it makes money, but they also know that it is like killing us, like processed foods and that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like all this different stuff. That's not what we're meant to be eating, but this is normal now. Yeah, we should be eating more natural foods. I don't like, you know, even though I'm just like still eating everything, anything type thing, but I know if I could just do it, like I think that vegan or something, bro, and just proper vegetables and that like fish, like, and that'd be the go.
Like we like in that Good Quick Tucker, we cover a session where we talk about pre-colonization, you know. So we teach the young kids about how our ancestors used to hunt for their food, you know.
Yeah.
They used to go fucking hunting, go fishing,
Yeah.
go walk about miles for food, you know. We'd have a system in place that'll work. And then we'd tell the young kids, all right, you think about pre-colonization and you think about today.
Yeah.
What do you do today? They just straight, we go to Macca's, go to Woolies. You don't even have to go there. You can sit down at home on your phone and just go DoorDash.
Good ways.
Uber Eats. Come to you. And see, that's where that laziness comes into effect. And because you're not moving around, you're not being active, you're just sitting there eating all the junk food you can.
That's it.
And it's just coming to you. You don't even have to get up. Just walk to the doors as far as you. Cheers, bro. Thanks for that. See you next week or something,
bro.
You know?
100%.
But that's the good thing about it, you know. You're teaching these younger ones, and that's where it starts too, you know. Breaking that cycle is that early intervention.
Yeah.
And then that sort of leads into what I was going to yarn to you about next, you know, the youth work and impact.
Yeah.
You obviously work for Clontarf.
Yeah.
You still at Kelwyn Clontarf?
Yeah, Kelwyn, bro.
Yeah. How do you feel going to Clontarf and, you know, working with young men at school?
Bro, like, I always knew that I was meant for some sort of youth work or some sort of helping people. But when I left school, I was just retail, construction. And I'm glad that I experienced all that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I didn't get that job at Sun Metals for this contractor company, like, I wouldn't have got my house and stuff. Because I didn't have any qualifications coming out of school. But, so I experienced all that.
Yeah.
And even though I would have appreciated this job anyway, it really made me appreciate it. But working for Clontarf was just the perfect place, is the perfect place for me and what we're doing with the young brothers and that, you know. And like, it's just good. I wanted to go to Kelwyn too because I went to Kelwyn, so I just felt like I don't know, even though it could have been any other school, doesn't really matter, but like I really wanted to go there, so thank God I got there. But it's just like the most fulfilling job, bro. And I go to work on Monday happy. I remember that feeling. I wake up Monday like, bro, like, and I start thinking like, I can't believe I'm supposed to be doing this until I retire, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but I just still go, like, but a lot of like depression in between type thing, you know. Just because, all that stuff with the food was what made it happen. Plus that work, you know, just like sometimes you had bad bosses and people on your back, and you'll be working hard and stuff, but people just don't, you know, you messing with like. That's why I tell these boys, you know, I'm trying to tell them, you know, like, you know, you're gonna be experiencing all these different things after school, but like it was hard. Like when I went there, because you got to know so many boys' names. But I look after the grade 9s, and I've had them since last year, so I obviously know all of them, and we're all very close now. So bro, it's definitely like I'm not even planning on leaving, bro.
Do they know you as Justin, or they know you as Mesy The Don?
Some of them get him and call me Messi, bro. Like, you know, like there's even some older boys, and like I was honestly expecting more people to know, but they didn't type thing. But a few of them did. But they just call me like Justin, you know, because that's who we were referring to. Then you have the random ones that aren't really in Clontarf, that are mates of Clontarf boys, and I'm walking because I always do a lap every lunchtime. When the bell rings. Like in the morning, and when the bell rings for them to go back to class, after every lunchtime, I'll go a big lap around the school. And like sometimes they'll go, hey, Messi, and then Gavin like say that, like, bro, like, because sometimes I get a bit cringe, you know, because I never really got that like that. But what's it called? I always cringed about it, bro, you know, because it's like, no, I'm just like, you know, when you think about yourself. But they always all call me Justin, bro. Like, and a lot of them, they like the music, but you know. Some of them even say, like it's all right, you know. But that's what I think, we'll get into that soon, but hopefully I remember it.
Yeah. Say it now.
nah,
Say it
it
now.
was pretty much, you know, I think it was the part where it's like, sort of like advice, or I don't know where it was at, but when I was coming up, you know, like there was even brothers like that was like telling me to my face, like, oh, it's not that good, you know.
Yeah.
But they weren't like my best friends. So I was like, bro, like, why are you even going to tell me that when people are liking it type thing? But
That's it.
I love them brothers to this day because we end up all coming close, you know. And I sort of, I can respect what they were saying because obviously they probably had a passion for music, like actually listening to it,
Mm.
and then sort of like comparison type thing.
How do you like when people like that tell you stuff like that? How much does that affect your mental?
Well, bro, I was literally like sitting. I was at nightclub this night, and I was just sitting there, missus and the boys, and then Walla come up to me and say, "Hey, bro, like this and that." He's like, "Oh, this," and you know, I'm just kicking back there. He's like, "Oh, bro, yeah, like, yeah, your music's good, but it's not that good." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can you just come up to me and say that out of
Randomly,
nowhere?
yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to relax here, like." But it did like sort of like it started putting actually bitterness inside of me, bro.
Do you think, did you like question yourself, like, why am I even fucking doing this if people don't like it?
Nah, because there was way more people that was like it, you know?
And the negative.
Yeah, bro. And I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just like, what are you like, the hell, bro? Like, we all mates here, like.
That's it.
But it's something, it's a different friend group type thing. Like, you got all them different friend groups, like, But yeah, no, it definitely didn't get me down. It did just make me a bit angry, bro.
Yeah.
I got bitter. I was thinking, bro, what the hell? Like, what are you even?
Go and make a diss track.
Yeah, straight away. But yeah, nah. So that's I was like, ah, yeah. But that's I mean, you got people like that. He actually did apologize like not long after that, but too. I think he said he was just charged up, and he apologized when he was charged up too. So yeah, like he done both. But yeah, nah. But it wasn't just him, you know. There's a few other people, you know. You always got haters and that, like. But it's so weird. Like, so why do you got haters, bro? It's like just kick back, like.
Relax, bro.
Yeah.
Let me do what I'm doing. I'm not bothering you.
Yeah,
Just
but
leave me alone.
yeah. But see, that's that small town thing. Like people just think,
And that's just Townsville, eh? Townsville is so too much politics in this town.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
Going back to that youth work at Clontarf.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah.
All good, bro. What do you think about the young kids these days? Like, obviously, you've got the bunch that are coming to school every day.
Yeah.
How do you think the outside noise of the kids that are running amok in Townsville here?
Yeah.
Do you think that affects the kids that are going to school much, or
The outside.
yeah, like the outside noise?
Bro, the thing is, it was a few boys that was into all that.
Yeah.
And they were only grade 7 last year, bro.
Yeah.
And these boys, I actually liked these boys, you know? Like they were good kids at the same time. But it was just whoever they were hanging out with outside, bro. Like there was this one fella, he was like so quiet, bro. Like, but then he was on my grade, so he was influenced by them 2 grade 7s.
Yep.
And like now he just doesn't even come to school anymore, bro. Like he didn't come back. Like he slowly was wagging every day. And then them two come one. I was talking to the guy's mum at the front, just good ways about everything. And then them two just out of nowhere come up to the office saying, "Oh, where's Bala? Where's Bala? You know, like we coming to get him," type thing. Like got like gaming ski mask on and that. Like, and I'm like, bro, like what are you doing, bro? Like, you know. But so yeah, in regards to that, but these boys they dropped out now. They're not at school, so it does affect the ones that are living in. Well, it doesn't matter what area they're living in, but like living because when they got mates like that in their street that are a little bit older or whatever, that's just what it is like. That's why I have that understanding. Even though I get real, like even though I shouldn't, but I get real angry when I'm hearing about stuff, and you just because you think about it happening to you, but like hopefully, well not hopefully, but most of these kids would have a boring life at home, or it's different. It's like something like maybe drugs or whatever, or something that I didn't experience type thing. Like I seen family members and stuff, but like thank God that I didn't have to have it that hard. Where like if the only thing that is fun to do, or you're trying to escape something at home or whatever, is to go do that, they're not going to see it as bad as it really is. And plus, they don't know what it's like to own something yet, and how much it actually is stuff around, you know, for people.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to them not having any TLC at home, eh?
Yeah.
Tender love and care.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
At the end of the day, they just want someone who cares about them.
Yeah, bro.
I'm out walking around late at night and no one cares about me.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad's not ringing up to see where I am, so I'm just going to stay out.
That's it, eh?
While I'm out, I'm going to steal a car.
Yeah.
Just for an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And that's what I find because I've been working in youth work for a while now, since 2019.
Yeah.
And it's just that, finding these kids, finding someone that they look up to.
Yeah.
And then you try and do these programs with them, but
Yeah.
a lot of the time they're just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately, that's how they go to Cleveland or Brisbane Detention Centre. And
Yeah.
once they're in that system, that cycle just repeats over and over and over. You know, they come out. They could go back to school for a couple of days, you know, on a restricted timetable.
Yeah.
I'm only at school till 10 o'clock, you know, just do 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Bang. Kids waiting at the front in a stolen car or something.
Right. That's it.
That's just how easy it is for them just to get wrapped back into that.
And it's peer pressure too.
Peer pressure, and that's it. And unfortunately, like, there's a lot of programs out there to help these kids, but
They don't take it serious.
they don't take it seriously. And unfortunately, there's a lot of mob that are running these programs that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of people are doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just doing it for a paycheck.
Yeah.
When in reality, you got to find that fucking the love for it, you know, the genuine care that these kids need to fucking genuinely help them get out of that struggle that they're in.
Yeah.
But fuck, like you're saying, you know, you work at Quantarf, I work for Daily Choices. We're around kids almost every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel sorry for like people that are raising kids in today's world.
Yeah, bro.
How scary that would be. Like, you got a young son, eh?
Yeah. So he's 2 at the end of next month. Yeah. But yeah.
Like, how do you feel like
So what do you
growing him up in this world?
Yeah, well, that's what, like, usually it is different, bro. Usually I would be worried type thing. But I think I know that God's gonna look after us, bro. I just know for sure there's been too many things that's happened in my life that I just know it was always Jesus, and it always related back to him. Like, so many divine interventions, bro, have happened in my life that, like, have just linked up with people that was either talking about him or, you know, and I've been praying for the guidance. But I'm sorry to get, I know it's definitely hard. So on other people's thing, because I am watching these young fellas and I'm thinking, far out, like, what's happening? Like, but yeah, these kids, like, that are grade 7 and that now, I think iPads and that were already out when they were born. So it is scary to think, but as a parent, like, as much as like we'll be like, oh nah, like, no iPads, this and that. Like, my son ain't got an iPad or anything, but TV eventually does come into the mixture, bro. And like, and parenting is hard, so it's like, sometimes, like, if that's what's gonna make them relax, like, you put the TV on or something, you know. But like, yeah, it's just like, things are changing, bro. And I hope that's it. Well, it's gonna affect in some way, but then again, when we were young, I think our parents put on movies and that for us. But I don't know if it was so. Who knows with all these frequencies and TV, different type of thing in that, bro. But what about you?
See, when we were younger, we just had TV. Today, they got Netflix,
bro,
and Disney, and they've got so many things that they can access at the palm of their hands, you know?
Yeah. And most kids shows, like, these days, like, some of them are good, like Wiggles and that's still good. But like I think things like Peppa Pig, as much as my son was liking watching that, but then I started, like, I seen posts of these other people who had this, and it would set their kid off watching Peppa Pig, like, and make it just scream and cry after it and stuff. So like,
they become addicted to it. Eh?
Yeah, bro. I think it's just everything that's happening in it. Like, it's not like we were watching, like, we started putting on YouTube, like, what's that? Like that Papa Bear and that Mama Bear and like that one, and it's so much more chill, relaxed. They're not like talking like like type thing. Like, it's just like, so I think it wasn't as stimulating. There's a lot of stimulating TV shows for kids these days, and like, and some of the things they're watching, bro, like, oh, it's last, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just remember my nephew was watching that. What's it called? That, you know, everyone would watch that green alien that does that, like,
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Like, he do that dance too. But like, just random videos like that, you know, it's like,
some of them are cracked up.
Yeah, they are, bro. But they're so random. I wonder what's, like, the kids are thinking, like, when they're seeing it type thing. But I guess they just feel it, you know, type thing. It's like,
and all that skibbity stuff that they watch too, bro. That's fucking scary.
Skibbity,
you know, that's that lad with his fucking head in a toilet bowl and doing stupid weird shit, bro. It's all animated, bro.
All that, bro.
You look at it like, fuck, I wouldn't even watch it if I was a kid. That's scary.
Well,
but they just watch it like it's
what's that on YouTube or something?
Yeah, YouTube.
Wow, I see YouTube too, bro. But like, that's what we come across one other show. I think it's on Netflix. There's another bear one, like, and like my son was laughing his head off at it. Like, and I was thinking, how does he find this funny? Like, it was the most like just the randomest TV show. And I was
Yeah.
like, surely this isn't good or something, you know, like, but what's it called? But yeah, nah.
Yeah. And that's leading us on to our next topic, you know, family, fatherhood, and balance, you know, life at home.
Yeah.
You recently got married?
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Yeah.
And now, like being a husband and a dad,
Yeah.
you know, how do you have that work-life balance, you know? Because that's the hardest thing for
Yeah,
people
bro.
today, you know,
Yeah.
they take their work home with them and they stress out at
Yeah.
home, and unfortunately it affects the family. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind me asking, how's your work-life balance?
Yeah, bro, it is good because we got school holidays and that too, bro.
Yeah.
It makes the biggest difference. You know, I don't got to go as work as early as like construction when I used to, but except Tuesdays and Thursdays we've got morning training. And then it's good, bro. Like obviously, I don't know, like no, it is just good by the work. That's I think another thing I'm grateful for this job is for that reason, you know. So what's it called?
The flexibility.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the flexibility, but you know, it's still sometimes like Mrs. overwhelmed just being like the new mum. Like, but she's been looking after him ever since like he's not in kindergarten yet.
Yep.
Only breastfed, like never got bottle or anything. So like he got that attachment to her, you know. So most days she would come home like, and she could be overwhelmed, or sometimes she'd just be hiding it until like something, you know. But understandable because what mothers do is like next level, bro. Like compared, some dads would do more, but you know, like usually like the mum is like, you know, doing a lot of the work and like staying home while the dad will go back to work for a bit there until that baby's ready to go kindy or whatever. Yeah, nah, work-life balance is good, bro. Like very grateful for the job and get to spend time now with family on holidays and that. Yeah.
Like you said, you've been with your missus for a while, and she was there when you first became Mesy The Don.
Yeah.
How was the relationship like with her while you were trying to do gigs and stuff like that?
It was good, bro. She actually just always came to them, bro.
Yeah.
So before we had baby, obviously, like she was just always so supportive. She actually, I think it was the HP Boys one was like the last thing I did because I knew the guy that was DJing for them, and he like wanted someone to come up halfway. And she was like this, bro. And she come, and I was more like thinking like, come on, like, but she was my way back home type thing, you know. But I have my license, but I think she always just like making sure I get placed safely in that. But I was thinking, fuck, people are gonna be thinking she's out here like at the club, full pregnant, bro. But yeah. So like, but she was always the biggest supporter, bro. And at the start, like, she was loving it, bro. Like, she was very supportive of the whole thing, you know. So grateful for that too. Like, she's always just been so supportive of everything that I was doing.
Did she ever get on your back whenever you were lacking?
Nah, like lacking with the music.
Yeah, like lacking or just being slack, you know?
Nah, I think she always just knew because I'd be the one to talk about it. She'd just be, you know, just do this and do that. And she'd just do anything to make sure everything was happening, you know, like, because I never was really lacking. She just understood when I was off track, it was because I was like going through a junk food stage again. And like, it got that bad, like most of the times, bro. Because every year since I've left school, I've got into shape just about where I want to be, and then bang, put on like 15 kilos, bro. Because I just go through like 3 months of straight sugar. Because then cheat days will just turn into every day, bro.
Yeah.
And what's it called? So she knew what I was going through, so she knew I didn't care about it. Like she was just only worried about me and making sure I was all good.
And me being older than you too, you know, because me and Acela are the same age, and Acela goes with your sister.
Yeah.
Watching you grow up, you've always been fucking ripped and toned, you know?
Yeah, it was always on and off. And that's what I was saying, when you didn't see me, bro, because I just don't show myself anymore when I go off track. But like, I was even got too ashamed to go into Woolies, and because it happened very fast, bro. Like 1 year I was at my most leanest, and then like literally, like I think it was like November 2015, bro. Like I was cut up, like most cut up I've ever been. And then I went to my mates there in January, and I would just put on heaps of weight, bro. And he's like, oh, he's like, bro, what happened? Like, and I just felt shame, bro. But yeah, it just happened that quick. But yeah, that's the goal's always been to stay in that shape, you know? I just need to figure out a way. But that's what I mean. The devil, he always just comes right in. He's like, yeah, you're going good. Then he'll just start smacking you, bro, and try and make you, you know, go off. That's it, bro.
And that's with that's the whole focus of you as a dad and a husband, of keeping the wheels moving for your family.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that you're mentally strong, and because they're all looking up to you, you know, your wife's leaning on you, and your son's watching up to you, and that's the pressure cooker of being a dad. You know, you got to be mentally strong.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, us as men too, you know, we tend to hold a lot of stuff in.
100%, yeah.
And as long as we've got the right support networks around us to be able to talk to people about our stuff, you know,
Yeah.
we should be fine
Definitely.
in our heads. And in a perfect world, you should be fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with what goes on, it just happens sometimes. Like it sounds like you got a good support network anyway. You know, you got a missus that supports you, and she's been supporting you since you started when you were younger, and now you got a young son.
Yeah.
And that all fucking rolls into being a youth worker as well with contact.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
young men looking up to you as well. And then that just all rolls back into being messy, you know?
Yeah.
People watching you on YouTube, if there's still YouTube videos up there.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing. I was looking, I was like, what's lads' videos?
Right.
They coupled it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. I just like, I was like, but because I couldn't delete that one because someone else uploaded it, you know? And that's why like I went to SoundCloud, just got rid of all of that. And then I was trying to go on Spotify, but it's more complicated to try and do.
Spotify's complicated, eh?
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, well, I'll just leave it then. Like, it's not, you know, I tried, but yeah, bro, I only got that one video up there now. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, I just don't want, I'm trying to, when I do come back, I don't want to be seen, you know, for something that I'm not anymore type thing, you know? Like, because that's not who I am type thing. That's, I mean, as you do get older, you get mature.
And that's it too. They're all lived experiences that we learnt from, you know?
Yeah.
And nothing's ever a regret.
Yeah.
You know, we do things in life for a purpose, and like everyone respects it, and everyone needs to take a break.
Yeah.
You know, you're just going to come back stronger.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
More mature and a wiser person when you do decide to come back to making music again, bro.
Yeah.
And all your fans from before will still be there, bro.
Yeah.
And like that leads into like, you know, you're talking about you've always been a gym person, you know, you've always been ripped and hard on yourself. I tell you, bro, sometimes when I go to the gym, I'll pump your beats, eh?
Yeah, true.
That Jesus season.
Yeah, bro.
But I had to laugh at one track on there, though.
Which one?
You know which one it is? He's a Dudley fella. I know him. He's a year younger than me. He grew up here in Townsville. He always caused ruckus. He still causes ruckus today on Facebook. Feeling like Ian West.
Bro, because big boy is bro. Like, so, bro, I met like Kian.
Yeah.
So when I used to work at Body Beyond, and that's where I met Ray too, Ray Drake, because he used to work there. Then he's come in one day, and that's how everything started taking off. And Kian used to always come in there. So me and him just used to always talk, bro. And then poor Bala Kian, he used to get a bad rap, and like obviously he'd done some bad stuff in the past, like we all have type thing. But it's just like I started getting to know him. Yeah. What's it called? And I was thinking, like he was, he's going through some tough times at the time, but he was sort of coming out of it at the same time. And yeah, bro, like just because of his confidence, bro.
Yeah.
And I always when he was talking,
he's a mad. He's mad. Eh? Like I've known Kian since we were young as well. You know, early teenagers. I used to work with his mum. Like I did a program with his mum. Yeah. And I know all of his cousins. You know, Suka is his cousin and stuff like that. But Kian, like, me and him actually used to go to one place here in Townsville because he raps as well.
Yeah.
Me and him used to go to the same place, in Townsville, and we actually made a little track together.
Was he back then?
Oh, this is probably like 18, 19. We were fresh out of school.
Yeah.
And my cousin had this little setup in Aikenvale. He had a little, probably building like about this size, had the keyboard and everything in there, and we used to go there and make music. Yeah. One time there, me and Keen was in it, like, hey, this lad, come in, me and him made a song together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what that song is. It's somewhere floating around there.
But so you didn't put it up on anything? I remember someone was telling me about that, because that's why when you were first telling me about you used to do it, and I was like, I think someone had told me, but I'm sure it was someone else that was telling me about that studio, but it was Aikenvale. Yeah.
Not far from the PCYC there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that park where the PCYC is on the soccer field.
Yeah.
It was just over near, what's that fucking fresh produce place there? Lambert's, not far from Lambert's. Yeah. But yeah, we used to go there and record tracks and stuff like that. Yeah. See, that's the hard thing about music, eh? You know, you go there and it's so easy to fall off.
Yeah, bro. Especially that's what I mean. Especially with that, like, because were you rapping at school and that, or nah? After school, eh?
I used to rap in school.
Yeah.
Like back when I was in school, like a cellar and that, beatboxing was the craze, you know. And few of the boys used to beatbox, and I just used to muck around and rap with it. Yeah. Because they all knew I could like rap, they just used to spit for me.
Yeah.
But my model stint music didn't really take off. One time I just met up with Jordan there. Yeah. Another brother went to school with.
Yeah.
And same thing, he had GarageBand on his computer.
Yeah.
Because he had the Mac.
Yeah.
And he just knew how to make beats.
Yeah, bro.
He was talented with making beats, and like
Yeah.
the beats that he was making at that time related to music at that time,
Yeah.
like that Kid Ink type of sound, and
Yeah.
all the keys and the melodies, and like,
Yeah.
you're pretty deadly. And
Yeah.
on top of it, he can play the guitar, he can sing pretty
Yeah.
well. And one day, I just caught up with him. We were just chilling out at his house at
Yeah.
Condon, made a beat. I started rapping to it.
Yeah.
Let's make this a proper song, eh?
Yeah.
And he had the hook to it and everything, and then unfortunately, just I just wish I would have took it as serious as I did, like, because a lot of the times I'd made that music, it was just for muck around, eh?
Yeah.
Muck around for the boys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll sit around having a charge.
Yeah.
And pull out the fucking Mac and start making beats.
Yeah.
But I've also actually got all the songs on my phone and shit for laughs.
Yeah.
Show all the young fellas. They're like, yeah, I've got songs on SoundCloud, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's
still on SoundCloud. And then we end up making a track with brother T then.
Yeah.
Because he was talented, you know?
Yeah, bro.
And he had that voice that just couldn't be touched, you know, like
Yeah.
real gospel voice. Eh?
Yeah. 100%, bro.
And because he was down in Sydney for music and performing arts centre in Sydney.
Yeah.
Whenever he'd come back to town, I'd try and catch up with him whenever I could. And I think we made 2 songs together, me and T.
Was that with him?
With
like
him.
He had this stuff?
Same thing, bruh. Garage band.
Yeah. I remember that's why he had that mic there for a bit and he was trying to say, like, oh, yeah, bro, you should do it. But we just never ended up getting to it type thing because, you know, everyone's sort of, I don't know. I was with Mrs. then, so I didn't get much time.
Yeah, one time I went around his house and because he was, for those that know Taurus, you know, he was a gifted singer and he would always make covers.
Yeah.
And one day he was doing a cover to Usher, Nice and Slow.
Yeah.
You know, singing his bit. And I'm like, bruh, I always had this in my head. You know how Usher spells out his name?
Yeah.
USHER. I was telling Taurus, like, bruh, let me spell out my name and do a rap and that.
Yeah.
And we did it, eh? And it actually sounded pretty deadly. You know, he did the engineering side of it and edited it and chucked it up on sound. Yeah, like proper deadly, you know, did the vocals and everything. Chucked little ad-libs in there and, you know, harmonized it.
Yeah.
Come, I'll show you after this.
Yeah.
It's pretty deadly, eh?
Yeah.
And then me, him, and Jordan made that song together called I'ma Be, you know, I'ma Be rocking till the sun comes up. Yeah, bro.
Fire, yeah.
Because he was always going back and forth to Sydney.
Yeah.
He was even showing some of his mates in Sydney that I'ma Be song. Because it was like a little club banger, you know? Just to get you going for pre-drinks.
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck, you boys should actually put this out proper.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we're just doing it for fun.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. People don't think back then, like, because, I don't know, depending what's happening in your life and that, but you don't think, like, things are going to, I don't know. But, I don't know if it is that, were you still sort of thinking what everyone thought?
Yeah.
I think if you did try to take it seriously, or were you not really thinking, you just slacked, like?
Just for me, because I don't really give a fuck what people thought about me, you know. If people had a problem with me, I was the type of person to sort it out anyway. So, but if I did go serious, you know, I probably would have. That outside noise probably would have affected me. But during those stages, I was just doing it for fun.
Yeah, bro.
It would have been good to go somewhere just to see how far we could have made it. But like we're saying, bro, the music industry, especially the hip hop scene in Australia, is so hard to crack.
Definitely, bro.
You look at the Bullers and Cairns there, you know, you got the Red Eye Bullers and Marshall then,
Yeah.
But fuck, that Marshall's talented.
Bro, that's what, like, I always said. I'm watching, like, all these guys, like, there's a YouTube channel called Take Flight, and there's all these freestyles. I'm like, bro, if Marshall went on there, like, he's going to be seen as, like, the best rapper in Australia. You know, because that's what
he's flow and everything.
Like, and he's always had
delivery.
That. He's always had that flow delivery, and he's very lyrical, bro. And like even now, because I haven't been seeing his stuff unless it comes up on Spotify, but like him doing his singing hooks and that, I'm like, bro, he can sing like that too. Like, and that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, like, how come he's not like the day when he fully pops off?
Yeah,
he 100% earned that, bro. Not like other people, sort of like from bigger cities that. They were doing it for like 6 months, and then like that September time in 2019 when everyone popped off, they might have been rapping a bit here and there, but I know 1-4 and Hooligan Hess was rapping way before that.
Yeah.
So when they earned that spot in there, when everything popped off, but everyone else earned it too. But obviously, when you got a big following, like in whatever area you're from, and all it took was that one good video and that one hit track from that city, and it was a perfect time to pop up. Like the day one. Like that BOSS things, like Young and Lips was misunderstood. I think Hooligan Hess, the one that was really out was that No Effect maybe
Yeah.
when he was bringing that out. And then yeah, bro. So but like Marshall, bro, I'm thinking, man, like, but Marshall's got so much respect and connections with all them artists because they see, bro, that's like good ways, honestly. When we went to that HP Boys one I was talking about, Marshall was opening up for that.
Yep.
And Young Maney was too, brother, Young Maney.
Yeah.
So he was, well, and then, because I was only just coming on to do a couple of tracks in between the HP Boys set so they could have a break. And, bro, I'm just seeing Marshall perform, like, bro, I couldn't even hear, like, I don't even think, you could barely hear the song in the back. It's like, he was just fully doing it himself.
Like acapella, pretty much.
Yeah, bro. And that crowd control that he had, like, I was thinking, bruh, he's doing shows better than anyone.
Yeah.
Type thing, you know, that's even up there. So I can't imagine when he's got everything that they got, like, bruh, he kills it.
Like, honestly, bro, he's got potential to be the best thing to come out of Australia.
Bro, true.
Because, like we're saying, bro, his word delivery, his wordplay, everything, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's clear. You can hear him clearly what he's saying. Like,
Yeah.
And he's got the beats to back him up.
Right, yeah.
Whoever's producing his beat, I know DC there.
Yeah.
I know Dallas was producing some of his beats, but
Yeah.
whoever's continuing those beats with him,
Yeah.
like,
And I think he's like, you know, I think he's definitely a dad. I don't know if he got 2 kids, but like, you know, and he's still doing it, you know, he's getting it done. Like, so like, that's all, like, bro, like, I can't wait the day to see him like fully pop off, like, because he's been grinding hard. But that's, I mean, he will.
yeah,
He will. It's a matter of time. You keep knocking on that door, like, bang. Some's gonna pop, and some like Sony or whatever, like some label will end up thinking him because I'm thinking, bro, why wouldn't you?
there's that other young fella from Townsville too, that young Mario, YG Mario.
Yeah,
He's always running around with this fucking Call of Duty outfit on.
does he?
The what is it? You know how on Call of Duty you got that snow outfit when you blend it with the snow and it's got all that shit on it?
Oh yeah, sword, yeah. But he's
Bro,
like that.
Yeah, he's all of his, like, he's the king of fucking social media too. That like he's only a young fella.
Yeah,
He's Murray lad too.
he light skinned, but
Yeah, light skin.
Yeah.
Grew up here in Townsville, from Townsville. Murray lad, I think he's Murray half Kiwi, I think maybe.
Yeah,
But he's another one as well.
it's very.
And I think he's over in America at the moment.
Yeah, true. I think before I jumped off, I think Randy was showing me him a few times. He's like, yeah, he's from. I was like, hey. But I didn't really like see too much type thing. But yeah, no, obviously that's. I mean, I've been off for 2 years. You know, like it's a lot of things have happened that I haven't seen. There's a lot of shows that's been happening that I haven't seen. But yeah, that's a lot of time for him to progress type thing. You know. But yeah,
And I think that's where the power of social media come into
100%,
effect for today. You know,
Yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, and YouTube.
that's it.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Oh well, like you're saying, you know, you've been off for 2 years. This is going to start wrapping it up here now. But
Yeah.
what's next for Justin?
Bro, what's next? Like, it's just been like my goal last year. Like, it's usually for me to get to my best, I need to be in my best shape because I know when I do get to that shape, thankfully from God, it's like very, like, it looks very good, you know, bro. So I want to get there and I want to get back on socials. And then if I've made songs by then, like, yeah, I'll put some up, but it's gonna be like it would definitely be harder these days trying to do shows unless unless I'm getting paid like 1,000,
Yep.
like to go out, like, because like straight away your night's gone. Like I'm waiting up till like 10 to head out, and it's like I'm not coming out for $500. Like God's gonna provide money other ways, but yeah, like, and then I'll do it, you know. But the main thing I want to do is get out, start doing some gym type stuff, like as well. But eventually, bro, as my knowledge and get wiser with things about Jesus, bro, that is what my main thing is, bro.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, this is the life we're here now, and we're so distracted with other things. But I really know, bro, that we all got built into us. We know someone's created this, you know.
Yep.
And it really is a serious thing. So that's gonna be me, bro, when I finally get back in. But I'm enjoying not being on social media at the moment because they're gonna be looking at everything
That's
and that,
it,
bro.
yeah.
Like, and
It's negative at the moment anyway, bro. There's so much stuff on it that's negative.
that's it. That's what I mean. On Facebook and that used to look at, like, even though like I'm against like this car stealing that, but then I see people coming out Black Sea or whatever, this and that. And I start want to comment back to them, bro, you know, like, and like, but they're like, nah, kick back. So you always, it's too many things that's feeding that negativity on social media, but obviously there's positive things as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, the devil, he's using that social media for bad things, but the God's he also making it use, like, for us to use for positive things, bro.
Yeah.
So, that's what I mean, you can spread the word on social media instead of having to see people. Obviously, it's good seeing people. But yeah, so there's positives and negatives, but that's pretty much me, bro. I'm just going to do my year here, Clontarf. I'm just loving it. Like, the staff too, bro. All the boys, the workmates, bro. It's just like brothers and like, yeah.
I'll be seeing you there anyway next term because
Are you coming
I've
in?
got a year 8 program with the boys.
Oh, man.
Phil and I next term, so I'll be there. So I'll run into you and the boys there.
So are you doing anything with Clontarf for that or nah?
Maybe some of the boys from
Yeah.
Clontarf will be in because Daily Choice is only for the Indigenous kids. So
Yeah.
we're doing the year 8 boys.
Yeah,
so
mad. No, that'll
we'll be there for term 2. So
yeah,
I can definitely run into you.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah. So that wraps us up here with brother Justin, aka Mesy The Don. So hopefully you've enjoyed the today's session. Before I wrap it up, I'd just like to say we've still got our merch up for sale. So if you do want our merch, we've got our t-shirts still hanging up here. Our singlets here. The singlets help you hit PBs in the gym, so make sure you get one of these. And also the 5-panel caps that I'm rocking right now. We've also got some new merch coming on the way, some oversized tees, and we're coming into winter. Not that Townsville does get a winter, but we are looking at hoodies, so hoodies are on the way as well. But stay tuned, keep liking the pages, sharing what we're doing. If you like MARN Time, tell your friends about MARN Time. If MARN Time is something that you feel a brother or even a sister needs to listen to, because we do talk about a lot of mental health in MARN Time, tell them about MARN Time, share MARN Time, like, subscribe. Like, at the end of the day, your support is what we need to keep going with MARN business. And brother Justin, thanks for coming on, bro. It was a deadly yarn.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
Too
you,
easy, bro.
Thanks so much.
That wraps us up.
Boom.